Hello everybody, it's John from New England Airgun, the Airgun guy, and behind the camera we got Lou, the honey badger. We got something very new and different in today. Not really different. New model. We got a new Evanix Viper-x. And what is the Evanix Viper-x? Well, it is a smaller, more compact version of the Viper. Comes in 177, 22, and 25 cals. Smaller grip, smaller frame, smaller air tank, but just more compact, so easier to carry. So we're going to show you a comparison of the Viper-x in 25. We have a Viper 30 in 30 cal. Also to show so we can see a size comparison. We'll do the Viper-x 25 over the chronograph, show you some numbers, and let's get to it. So down here we've got the two guns. So first, the Viper 30 comes with an instruction book. You got the gun, you got your two mags, and then you've got your tools, some spare O-rings. That is what comes to the consumer in the package. I know other YouTubers have shown what gets sent to us, but what comes to the consumer is different. Here is the Viper-x. Same thing, instruction book. There is the Viper-x. Same thing, you get two magazines, you get your tools, you get some O-rings, and there is your size comparison. Let me get this out of the way. Actually, I like to show it this way. Gives you a much better idea. So, a little shorter, has a dovetail rail instead of a Picatinny rail, so if you're pulling it in and out of a bag or a holster, less to get caught on. Does have a lower profile gauge on it. This is coming with all the Vipers now. And pretty much all the other features are the same. You can change the gauge to where the fill port is, the plug on the end of the air tank. You could put your fill port over there. You could put your gauge over there. They're movable around. Put these guys on top of each other. Looks like they used exactly the same grips, but they lowered the profile, the height of the gun. They shortened the barrel a little bit more. Did different safety, a slide safety instead of a flip safety. So that is a quick overview. So we're going to top this off with some air and shoot it over the chronograph and see what we get for some numbers. We haven't even shot this. This is straight out of the box, except I'm going to show you on the back here. We've got the hammer spring adjustment. We always advise adjust the hammer spring adjustment out about 1/8 of an inch. You want the gun to work in semi-auto first and then boost up your power. If you try for ultimate power and crank this all the way in, you will get ultimate power. You will not get semi-auto. There's not enough air pressure to compress the spring all the way, and you negate the semi-auto. So if you want semi-auto, back it out. Yes, you do give up some power, but the gun will cycle semi-auto like it's supposed to. So let's get this guy filled up. Right on the side of the gun, it's printed. These guys fill up to 250 bar. Always go by your manual or the printing on the gun. Don't go by your gauge. The gauge does not know what the gun should function at. So put that on. Let's fill her up, see what we get. And we only have 200 bar in our tank. So we're going to shoot with 200 bar instead of 250 bar. See how that goes. So over to the chronograph. Today we only shoot lead free. Great for those of you who are preppers. You want something that you can use all the animal meat. Lead gives you lead poisoning. Bad thing. bad memory, irritable, all sorts of things go wrong in your body with lead poisoning. Tin is what the lead freezer made out of, non-toxic. You can use all your meat. The pellets do not corrode, so they can store for a long time. They're like gold, no corrosion and no poisoning. So great alternative. They're a little bit harder than lead, so if you want to penetrate a skull, they work really well. So they don't expand for body shots, but a gun like this doesn't shoot fast enough to expand anyways. So use it for what it's appropriate for. So let's grab a magazine out of the box. You get 2 magazines. These guys are kind of cool. All metal. They have a wire spring band around it to get inside the skirt to help this one pellet from sliding back and forth. Once you get them in the magazine's going to capture it. They're not going to slide. If your spring breaks, not a big deal. It's only holding it in position for here. You can use this magazine without that spring. So put your pellet in and you give it a turn. When you let it go, there's a stop in there. It hits on the stop. So we're going to turn it, fill it, turn it, fill it. You get the idea. So a little bit different than a lot of the other air guns, but this is kind of a nice and convenient way to fill. And there's a nice big area here to fill. You get your thumb in, push them down flush. So there's all our shots. You can see your pellet probe fills the magazine area when the gun is decocked. We're going to pull this back and cock it. It locks back. You have to push your slide forward. This does not cycle when the gun cycles. It is only for cocking and decocking. This section is on here very tight. There is very little motion. So mounting a dot sight on here should not really impact your accuracy very much at all. The gun's probably more accurate than most of the shooters are anyways. So you can mount a dot sight on here. Scope is a problem because, yes, this does have to come back to cock it. I would mount a scope on here with a single ring. You can take the sights off, mount on there, and then you're good. You're on the non-moving section. So we're cocked back. There is a little foot on your magazine that goes into a slot. So we line those up, push this over, and there's a ball D-dent. You can see it here on the magazine. That goes into a little slot to center the mag, so it's right where it needs to be. So everything is ready. Gun is on safe. Chronograph is all ready. We have a shoot and see target down there, and we'll take a few shots, see where they go. First shots, we haven't aligned anything. There is no alignment on the sights. They are fixed where they are. And let's see what we get for a first shot. I didn't see it hit there.
I don't believe it did.
Let's see. That's because John is blind. That's better. And that's it for shots. So, let's see what the chronograph got. We are going, 25 cal is at 582 feet per second. They did catch all 5 shots, so 589, 592, 595, 598, 614, and high was 614, low 582. Average is 595. Standard deviation of 32 feet per second.
Why my phone didn't record that? I'm terribly sorry.
Yeah, but we'll get it on the machine. So
I'm going to pause real quick.
We're back. We had to download the data from the chronograph and see what we were getting for numbers. what do we get there, honey badger? Was it, how many foot-pounds?
I think I believe the last
13?
Yeah, the highest was 13. The last was about high 12s.
Yeah. So
almost.
What we're going to do is we're actually going to put this on the compressor, bring it up to full pressure, and we'll do another shot string and see how that goes. So we're going to pause here, fill it, and we'll be back.
Play.
Okay, we're back again. We took the liberty to fill the gun up to the full 250 bar so we can show those shots. We did change the chronograph over to a bar graph so you can see how far the velocities as an image as we shoot. So we're going to try, the gun should shoot 2 magazines worth of shots. So we got 2 mags loaded. We're going to take some shots. The gun is shooting on the high side, shooting about 12 o'clock when I aim dead center, so I'm going to aim at 6 o'clock to adjust and get more shots in the middle of the target. So here we go. You can see we're up to 250 bar, or pretty close to it anyways. Magazines are full. Slide those over. Safety is on. I just put it on. I didn't put it away safe. All right, so let's take some shots here. Aimed on target. Safety is on fire. Aiming down around 6 o'clock. I believe that's it. 6 shots. Yes, 6 shots. And our chronograph is not playing nice with us, so we're not seeing data. We'll have to download it again. All 12 shots gone. We went from 250 bar down to about 150 bar. Really a good place to stop. Once you get too low on air pressure, it can't get the spring back. We'll give it a try though. We're going to put you on pause, load up again, and we'll shoot to failure. All right, we regrouped, we downloaded the data again, so you can see the graph of all of our shots from the beginning. We're going to run this until the gun does not like to go back into semi-auto. So we got our 2 mags refilled again. It's only really meant to do 2 mags worth of shots, but we'll see what happens here. So, going again. That's 3 mags. That's 4 mags worth of shots. We're going to pause and try again. Put it all the way over to the right, though.
Okay, so when we started this whole situation, we were still really high, highest being over 607. But if we go over to the very end here, which is...
Yeah, from, what do we have, about 200,
yep.
200 bar. Are we doing bar on here? No, we're doing 2,000 PSI down to about 100. No, this is bar.
It is bar.
200
yeah.
bar to 150 bar.
And we are currently at about 150 bar, as you can see.
Yeah. So we're having we're dropped off down to 500 feet per second. We're going to keep going until this fails. We got 2 magazines filled again. And we're going to continue shooting, so reloading.
Do you want me to put it on the chrono or leave it on the graph?
No, I don't think the chrono's going to match. We'll just keep it the way it is. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 5 magazines worth of shots. 2. Oops, we are out of shots. Not out of shots, but we're down to 100 bar and not enough to push the pellets through the barrel. So we're going to stop there. So 5 and a little bit more into the 6 magazine. So pretty good. We could tighten up the hammer spring, see if we could get more velocity out of it, because we're getting plenty of shots. So we'll try that next. Okay, back again. We're going to do a new test this time. Up to 250 bar. We turn the hammer spring adjustment in flush with the back of the gun for more power. We're going to see what kind of power we get and how many shots we get with it flush to the back. So, cock it, load it, close it, and here we go. Let's see if we get the chronograph working right.
645.
There we go.
624. 625. 625. 624. 612.
Out of shots. Sorry about that. Miscounted. Second mag.
610. 601. 589. 592. 570. 581.
We got 2 mags worth of shots. We are at 150 bar from 250 bar. So it looks like even with the power up, we might get 2 more mags worth of shots out of this. Put on pause. We'll be back after we reload.
Go.
All right, you can see from the graph of those last shots, first shot was really fast. The next few, pretty consistent. And then as we go lower on pressure, you naturally see a drop shot to shot. So we are going to continue this string. We got the 2 mags loaded again. Let's switch back and see what we get. So I expected 2 mags worth of shots. Mr. Lee has surprised me. And at this higher power rating, we're getting over 2 mags worth of shots.
580. 568. 561. 555. 545.
3 mags.
540.
Now we are down to about 125 bar. We might get this last mag in.
530. 582. 517. 510. 256.
I think that's it.
311.
All shots out. Let's make sure we didn't have any left in the barrel. Nope, nothing left in the barrel. They all shot. Very low velocity on the last one. So take a look at our chart as we go down on air pressure. And the last 2 shots, very low on air pressure. So almost 4 magazines worth of shots out of the Viper-x. Very, very impressive. So we're going to wrap it up here. Thank you for watching. We're going to have the Viper-x on pre-order. If you'd like one of these, check out newenglandairgun.com or newenglandairguns.com is the store. New England Air Gun is our information page. From the info page, you can get to the store. And thanks for watching. Take care.
Don't forget to like and subscribe, folks. It helps us out too.
From the Honey Badger.